Once upon a time, there was a lonely bird that found itself lost in the vast and isolated expanse of the desert. Its wings were weary, and its body weak, desperately longing to find some water and food to regain strength and take flight again. In its anguish, the little bird lamented its miserable existence, feeling abandoned and hopeless. Every passing second turned its voice into a whispered lament, a murmur of agony. Amidst the suffering, the bird felt alone, with only the gentle breeze caressing its feathers and the melancholic whisper of the wind between them for company. As night descended upon the desert, wrapping the bird in a cold and desolate darkness, fear and helplessness filled its being. The bird tried once again to spread its wings and soar into the air, escaping the inhospitable place. However, its strength was insufficient, and it couldn't lift itself into the air. Looking up at the starry sky, it bitterly complained about its situation, asking, "God, why have you forsaken me? What have I done to deserve this misery? I have always been a good bird. I should have had a good life, but instead, I only have to suffer. It would be better to die than to continue in this state." Its words of despair faded into the vastness of the desert. However, at that precise moment, an angel sensed its anguish. Touched by its pain, the angel approached and, with a sweet and calm voice, whispered, "Peace, I am here." Confused, the bird looked up and timidly asked, "Who are you?" The angel, with a serene and loving gaze, replied, "I am a messenger sent to meet God." A sense of peace flooded the fragile body of the bird as it listened to the angel's words. A celestial presence offered a spark of hope in the midst of its despair. Timidly moving its wings, the bird asked the angel, "Could you do me a favor? Could you ask God why He has abandoned me? When will the day come when my pain will end? I feel so tired and unable to go on." With tenderness in its gaze, the angel accepted the bird's request and replied, "I will deliver your message to God." The angel slowly moved away from the bird, disappearing on the horizon while the bird observed with gratitude. When the angel met God, it shared the bird's message and told him about its sad and miserable condition, asking when its pain would end. God replied, "It is written in the book of life that the bird must continue to suffer, so it will not have happiness." Saddened, the angel asked if it could suggest a solution, willing to help the bird. God responded, "Tell it that for 21 days and nights, it should stop complaining and lamenting. It only needs to say this prayer, 'Thank you, God, for everything.' Whenever it feels the urge to complain or dwell on its terrible condition, repeat, 'Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you.'" The angel returned to the bird, finding it even more depressed and sad. It delivered God's message as the only option, otherwise, the bird would continue to suffer forever. The bird accepted the challenge, even though it wouldn't be easy, as it had no other hope. A month later, the angel retraced its steps and visited its bird friend again. Approaching the arid place where everything was dry, it was surprised to see that the bird's feathers had grown on its tiny body, providing more shelter and allowing it to fly in search of food. The angel noticed a small plant had grown in the deserted area where the bird was, and the bird had found refuge in an old tree with small green shoots. Astonishingly, there was a small water pond that had sprouted from the ground, attracting other birds. That place had become a small oasis in the desert with a flourishing and promising future. The bird, who once complained, no longer lamented but sang and joyfully circled around the tree that provided shelter. The angel was surprised, unable to understand how this had happened. It remembered that God had said the bird would never find happiness in its life, so with doubt in its mind, it visited God again. With reverence, the angel approached God and shared the bird's story, narrating how, Despite apparent adversity and a sense of abandonment, the bird had found happiness by starting to pray daily and expressing gratitude. The angel asked, "Lord, how could this happen? Why has the bird found joy and fulfillment?" With infinite knowledge and love, God smiled and replied, "See, my child, I have never abandoned any of my creatures." God told the angel to return to the place where the bird was and tell it that it is loved and that God is always with it. The angel consented and prepared to carry out God's will. Days later, it returned to the desert and met the bird again. Its presence was met with a mix of surprise and joy from the bird, which had undergone a true transformation. The angel, with a serene and hopeful voice, said, "Little creature, I want to share a message with you from God. He told me that He has never abandoned you, that He loves you deeply, and He is always with you." Touched, the bird listened attentively to the angel, who continued, "God revealed to me that despite your difficult journey and the many trials you faced, He is present in every moment. He has given you the ability to find happiness and fulfillment amid adversity. Your gratitude has been the bridge to joy. Keep thanking for every moment of life, and you will never lose true happiness." With tears and joy in its eyes, the bird responded, "Thank you for bringing me this message of love and hope. I feel full of gratitude for the life I've been given and the understanding that God has always been by my side." From that day on, the bird lived a life full of meaning and completeness. It learned to cherish every small gift that nature offered, to appreciate the love of those around it, and to find peace and comfort while sharing gratitude with the world. Its inner light intensified, illuminating every corner of its existence and infecting others with its joy. The story of the bird that complained to God invites us to appreciate and value everything we have. It teaches us that even in the midst of difficulties, we must remember that God is with us. Expressing gratitude for daily blessings opens our minds and hearts to abundance, helping us find true fulfillment. Gratitude is a daily choice that opens the doors to happiness, prosperity, and well-being. May this story inspire us to connect with gratitude and find happiness in the simplest things in life. Smile, thank, and embrace life. You only have the present to live it. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the Mental Dosage channel and activate the bell to receive more content on spirituality and personal development. Thank you for watching the video, leave your comment, and see you in the next one.